Hello and welcome back to Aligamolka Unfiltered. Today I want to speak to one particular part of you. I want to speak to the part of you who is worried that even when you do all this work on your attachment styles, on the person, the picker in you who picks the men, you do all this work and you're worried that you're still going to fuck it up. You're worried essentially that you're going to get the love, get the amazing man, and somehow you're still going to fuck it up. That is the person, that is the version of you that I want to speak to today. Because that part of you, that woman inside you who still believes she can fuck it up somehow, is the part of you that is not choosing yourself. It is the part of you that is not in full devotion and commitment to yourself. Because here's the thing. If you had cultivated this deep devotion to yourself, if you were in full commitment to yourself, you would know that it is not possible for you to fuck it up. And the very fact that you are worried, and I get it, but the very fact that you have this fear that you're going to do all this work and you're going to be working on choosing better, choosing the right men and, your attachment styles, as I said, and you still worry that you can fuck it up and mess it up, that is a clear sign of where we need to address, of the work that needs to happen. The work is not strategy. The work is not, yes, working on your attachment styles is incredible and I highly recommend. Doing all that work is incredible. But the number one thing that needs to happen above anything else is you need to become completely and utterly devoted and in commitment to you. Because when you do this, when you are so deeply, madly in love with yourself, and I don't just mean surface level. Like everyone loves to throw around, I love myself. Great, wonderful, say those things. But if you are not backing that up with action, they're just empty words, right? It's like if you are in a relationship and you are telling someone you love them, but then you are going in and sleeping with someone else behind their back. Is that love? No. It's the same thing that if you say, I love myself, but then you are not honoring your commitments to yourself. You are not living the life that actually lights you up. You are getting up and doing things every day that crosses your own damn boundaries. You are allowing others to cross your boundaries. You are sending the text to the men that don't give you the respect that you deserve. All these little things. If you were in full commitment and devotion to yourself, you wouldn't be accepting that. So see what I mean? There's a difference between saying that you love yourself and true, actual devotion and commitment. Like commitment that above anything else, you are committed to you, to staying with you, to doing the work, to staying when it's unfucking comfortable. That's when it matters. That's when it matters. Like, let me get this clear. It is so easy to stay with yourself and be in commitment to yourself when it's easy. But what about when you are triggered? Those moments when your nervous system is activated, what do you do? And I am not saying this I never say any of this I am bold and will tell you like it is because I want you to change and I want you to have the life, the love, the intimacy you desire. But I have caught myself in recent months. I've had the greatest fucking breakthroughs of my life because I realized the ways in which I was abandoning myself when it mattered most. Not in love, but in other moments of trigger. And my nervous system was essentially running the show. And I pulled myself up. And that's the thing. When you are commitment to yourself, it's not about being perfect. Like you're not going to live this perfect life where you just, I'm always this wonderful regulated being. Oh, fuck that shit. No, you are going to be triggered. You are going to find yourself sabotaging. You are going to find yourself, straying from yourself, but you come back. You pull yourself back every time you catch yourself. That is what commitment to yourself is. It is not being perfect. It is about coming back, catching yourself and being disciplined enough to come back, to do the work and go, okay, I've been, neglecting myself here and I'm coming back. But that version of you, going back to what I said to the start, that version of you, if you were in total commitment and devotion and in love and devoted to the connection of you, that means that you would be putting you above anyone else. And some people will tell you this is selfish. Good. Like those people who will tell you, who will look at it negatively, I feel sorry for them, because essentially they are saying other people's needs and requirements should come before yours. And if we do that, like the only way to live the life and cultivate the love and the intimacy, the connection, the abundance, the magic, all of it that we desire, is each one of us need to stay in commitment to ourselves. We need to be willing to allow anything that is not a match to fall away. And that includes him. That includes the relationship. That doesn't mean that it's going to be comfortable. But what did I say before? You got to stay with yourself even when it's uncomfortable, even when it hurts. But if every single person lived their life on this planet, this opportunity that we have as human beings, if every single person lived their life in this deep commitment to themselves, you would then only attract and allow into your space people who meet that level of commitment to you, who are in devotion to themselves. And for starters, that they are coming to you not from codependence, not from any need other than wanting to share this beautiful love and connection with you. And this is, when you are in this deep trust and have cultivated this deep trust, oh my God, just ignore that noise outside my door there. I'm sorry if you can hear that. But when you have cultivated this deep trust and commitment to yourself, you know that the love you attract, the connections that you attract, the intimacy is an extension of this. It is an extension of this commitment to yourself. It is reflecting. The world is a mirror. The people that you attract, the circumstances you attract are reflecting back what you are aligned with inside. And when you have cultivated this deep love, your life and the people you attract reflect that. They are a mirror. And when they are reflecting back to you that perhaps there is a misalignment, you are able to let that go and release that, because you are at the point where you are willing to lose something that is misaligned before you lose yourself. That is how and you that person, that version of you that fears that you can fuck it up, is that version of you that hasn't cultivated this commitment. And that's okay, because you can start cultivating this commitment at any time. But that version of you that has cultivated this knows that there is no possible way you can fuck it up, because it's all an extension of you. You get what I'm saying? You become magnetic to what you are aligned with inside, to the frequency that you hold, to the love that you hold for yourself, the commitment. And you know that you wouldn't be tolerating anything that doesn't match this devotion that you have for yourself, and you are okay to let it go when it's not a match. Again, that doesn't mean that it's comfortable. Like I had a woman reach out to me a couple of weeks ago now. She had downloaded my freebie, which, by the way, little plug here, and I will always plug this because I know what fucking works, and I create the work that I have lived and breathed and helped women with that I know works. I expanded, so this freebie was so powerful that I expanded it, but it's still $7. I've left it at $7, but this is like a full 9-chapter guide plus a plug and play audio to literally plug in. It is for the moments where you are about to abandon yourself. Because remember I said that it's not the easy moments. That's easy. It's not the easy moments. It's what you do when you're triggered. That's the moments that we abandon ourselves, and that's the moment that you need to start addressing, right? And that's what this, I'll drop the link here, but that's what this is exactly for the women who are done abandoning themselves and to step in. Anyway, I had a woman message me, and she had downloaded, when it was still the freebie, the short version. This is how powerful it was. And she said she was in a situationship that she knew, I can't remember the exact words, but basically he wasn't valuing her in the way that she knew she wanted to be valued and wasn't meeting her in that way. She was going to send those long texts. She was going to, continue, like part of her wanted to keep pursuing and trying to make something happen. She did the work. She came back to herself. She regulated, came back to herself, and she ended the situationship. This is what a woman does when she is in devotion to herself. Not because someone tells her to, not because I said to leave him. I will never tell you to leave him or whatever to do. No one can tell you what to do. You know at your core, you know better than anyone can ever possibly tell you. It is my job to direct you back to you, to that knowing you have inside you, and to give you the tools, the work to be able to follow and honor that. And you become the woman who is willing to let that go. And she said it was hard, it was uncomfortable. She didn't want to, but she felt so fucking empowered and liberated when she did it, because she knew that was what was right for her. That was, that was misaligned, and she allowed that to go. That's who you become, that version of you where you're not fearing fucking it up, because if this was an extension of you, this was the love that was meant to be here and now in this phase of your life, there's no way to fuck it up, because this is an extension of you. And you know that you've got your back. You are in such deep and utter commitment to you that if the moment it is not a match, you will walk away and you will let that go. You will let that go. And not, mind you, let me say, you won't let that go in a way of trying to manipulate him. And this is what a lot of women do. Oh, I'm holding my boundaries. But really, you're saying something to try to get him to change. You're like, oh no, I'm holding my boundaries. I don't want you to do this, hoping that they'll then turn around and go, oh yes, you're right, queen, let me change no. No, you're holding your boundaries because this is simply what you know is right for you. And you are doing what is right for you. The woman who trusts herself enough to have her own back is not the woman who is fearing fucking it up. And in any moment, you can shift into that version of you right now. But you've got to become the woman who catches herself in those tough moments. Like I said, download while it is still $7. This is fucking life transforming. When you interrupt that moment where it's all uncomfortable, your nervous system has been activated, you've shifted into fight, flight, freeze, or fawn mode, and suddenly you're grasping at straws because you're feeling that love pulling away, you're feeling something threatening that safety, and you're trying to get that back. You're fearing, oh, what if I lose this? And I thought this was it. I thought I attracted the right man. No. Your only goal is to be in such devotion to yourself that you are willing to walk away if anything is not meeting that. Period. Full stop. The end. All right? You cannot fuck it up. And I am talking to that version of you now, that version of you who is in there, that empowered woman who stands for herself, who has got herself, who knows, I've got you. I say that to myself. I was having a moment, as we do the other week, an emotional moment and, hormonal moment. And I was like, oh my God, it's not worth it. I'm just blah, blah, blah. Those moments. As women, we have that. And I will sit there and I will literally say to myself, I got you. I got you. It's okay. I got you. I'm here. I'm here. I got you. You can feel what you need to feel. Of course you feel what you feel. Of course you feel what you feel. I got you, and then I will do the things to regulate. Use whatever tools in that moment I'm feeling aligned to. There's many tools. They're all in that guide, by the way. There's many tools. There is no right or wrong. It's what's right for you in that moment. But becoming that woman who has got her back and who is in such devotion and commitment to herself cannot ever possibly fuck it up in love. Even if you finally get the man and the love that you desire, there is no way that you can possibly fuck it up. Thank you for being here, and I will see you for the next episode.